Ugh, not again, man.
Kong, did you have that dream again?
Yeah, and to be honest, it's not getting any better. I've been having the same dream for a few months now.
Well, it's obvious that you're traumatized by it.
You think? It doesn't take Albert Einstein to realize I'm traumatized by seeing both of my parents get killed right in front of me as a baby.
You know, you really need to go see a therapist. Ever considered talking to Matilda about this?
I don't need a therapist. I'm strong in my own right. It's all in the past anyway, and I mean, look at us now. Ever since Red and Godzilla and the others stopped Gigantis, the world has been nothing but at peace with each other. So what do I have to fear?
Maybe yourself?
What are you trying to say to me?
Kong, I'm not gonna put it lightly. Just because on the surface everything's fine, doesn't mean everything's fine underneath. Yes, we're all at peace with each other. Yes, there are no more problems to attend to, but that doesn't mean the things of the past go away like that. Real people are suffering in this world greatly from all sorts of trauma, and in this case, it's you.
I appreciate your concern, but you really think that talking to someone about my past experience would help me in any way? No. Why? Because no one would get what I've been through. No one would understand the pain and torment I experienced on that day, and how such a mental beating puts me out every day.
See? Falling down in the bed in frustration like that? That's exactly why you need to go see a therapist.
Alright. I'll call Matilda. But first I need to lay here. Oh, that hurt more than it needed to.
So, Kong, tell me, how long has this stream been going on for, and what happened in this stream?
Well, I keep having it every night. My parents were killed that night right in front of me, as a baby. Too little to speak, but old enough to remember what happened on that fateful day. After my parents were killed, the skull crawler looked into my eyes and was about to eat me, but something lured it away. I hid behind a rock in the cave, and he never found me again. I don't know what that creature was that called him, but it saved my life. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that creature that called it.
You've been having that same dream every night? 'Cause that's a lot to take in, even for me.
Yes, and I have no idea how to stop it. I just want to forget it and move on with my life. But no matter how hard I try, I keep losing this mental battle. Every day I am in constant pain, trying to fight it off the best I can.
Okay, I would like to start scheduling these weekly with you, Kong. But for the time being, you should talk to Red about this. Believe it or not, he was actually studying about therapy a long time ago. I think that was his college major, actually. And so there I was, face to face with a giant hand, not Matthews, and he said he wanted to help us. And I was just like, why would you accept the help of a giant floating hand in the first place?
Beats me. And besides, it's not like I've had the help from weirder people in my adventures. Once in my movies, I had to get the help from a giant size-changing robot named Jaguar or something. He was weird.
You make it seem like that was a bad thing for you to get help against both Megalon and Gigan. Plus, wouldn't you have preferred the help?
No, to be honest. I like a challenge, but unfortunately Toho held a contest where kids in Japan could create a movie character and slapped me in it just because it would make more money at the box office. Oh man, I'm still laughing even thinking about that.
Hey guys.
Kong? Hey man, wait, how'd you get in? Did Mother leave the door open when she went out with her friends again? Nope, I let him in. Only because you guys forgot to patch up that dog door when I moved out.
Well, what brings you here, eighth wonder of the world?
I really need to talk to you guys about a dream I've been having recently.
A dream? What kind of dream?
It's more like a flashback. And it's about my parents dying.
Wait, and all this is just happening now?
Yeah, only after we settled peace on the island.
That is very odd and very unusual.
I'm just really tired of having the same memory come back to haunt me. I thought I was over the death of my parents, especially since I found a new family in recent years. But I guess I'm not really over it after all.
Well, how were you for all that time before you started having that repeated flashback?
I was doing fine. I didn't really think much of my parents' death.
Well then, you did move on from it. If anyone has shown great strength mentally, it's you, Kong. You had one of the best comebacks I've ever seen. From being an orphan all alone to now having a full-fledged family again. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for.
Thank you, Red. I really needed to hear something like that today. That really means a lot.
Anytime, Kong. You're our family after all, and we need to make sure everyone's safe and sound, especially mentally.
You know, Godzilla, I've been meaning to ask, since we're on the subject of my species, did you ever know any other members of my kind, aside from me, in your lifetime? Godzilla?
Yes. There were other members of your kind I've met before, just, that aren't alive. It's just...
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
You know what? I have to go. I'll see you guys later.
What was that? I thought you'd know. You know him better than I do.
Right here was where it was. The only known time rift. Right in my own backyard. I can't believe I have to reuse this, but at least the grass seemed to be growing back nicely. Oh well, time to ruin all those years of progress right now. There, that should do it. Anyway, in we go. Oh, my back. Oh, I'm getting too old for this. Oh, what a few million years will do to you. Wow. This place looks so dark and decrepit. Looks different, and not in a good way. Really either hope he's dead or he's changed his ways. Skar King, we meet again.
Godzilla? Is that you?
You aren't hallucinating. It's me, alright.
Godzilla. You stubborn iguana. Oh, how I want to strangle you right now.
Hey, have some manners right now, will you?
Manners? You kept me prisoner here for... Wait. How long has it been?
It's been about 100 million years.
You kept me locked down here for over 100 million years?
Yes, but I came to set you free.
Then that would be one of the biggest mistakes of your entire life. Because the first thing that's gonna happen when I'm out of here is that I'm gonna make you wish that I had mercy.
Skar King, please. I wanted to come back because I had a change of heart. We established peace on the island, and we want everyone to be at peace with each other. Old foes included. We hadn't had an attack in years.
Establish peace? Please, Godzilla, you of all people should know that there's no such thing as established peace. Just because someone is not attacking you doesn't mean they don't hate you. Someone is always going to want to hate and kill someone, and right now, that's me towards you. I don't care what you've been up to in the surface world, but the only thing I care about you is to kill you and have your disembodied head on a stick.
You know what, Skar King? I imprisoned you because I believed someone like you could change from your evil ways. I'm the only reason why you're still alive to this day. But even after 100 million years, you haven't changed.
You can't just expect to come down here and change someone's opinion for all that time.
No, but maybe I can bring someone else who can.
Guess it's back for another 100 million years. Me.
Well, that was hasty.
Godzilla, there you are. Where'd you go?
Wait a sec. Is that a hollow earth portal right beside our house?
Well, cat's out of the bag.
What cat?
Kong, I've been hiding this from everyone, including Red.
What have you been hiding?
You're not the last living member of your kind.
What did you just say?
Godzilla, what gives? Kong is literally the last of his kind. Stop trying to spread lies like that. Yeah, because if you're joking right now, that's not necessarily a good thing to be joking about.
I'm not lying, nor am I joking. Kong is not the last of his kind. Down there, where I just came from, lives another member of his species. I'm sorry I had to keep this hidden from you guys. Especially from you, Kong.
Bring me to him. Right now.
Alright, we're here. First, let me turn on some lights. Much better.
Great. You're back already. And you brought some friends? Why? So you can gang up on me?
No, Skar King. I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine. Kong.
Wait. What?
I don't believe it. Another member of my own species.
I could say the same thing right about now.
Wait. Where'd you come from? How'd you survive for so long and yet you're in still pristine shape?
I'm from Skull Island. I thought I was the last of my kind ever since the Skull Crawlers wiped out my entire family.
You're from Skull Island? Huh. Always wondered what happened to them.
Wait, you know about them?
Yes, I was their leader. Your ancestors came from the Hollow Earth.
You're the leader of my own kind?
Should we let these two catch up, Godzilla?
You know what? I owe Kong this moment. If anyone can change Skar King, it's him.
I'm going back to the house. I'm already getting tired. See you guys later. See ya, Skullcrawler.
Indeed I was. But I'm guessing you don't know the history of your species, do you?
No, I don't. All I know is that my parents got killed by skull crawlers and little bits of information from Godzilla here and there.
Well, it's time you actually know what actually happened to me and the rest of your kind.
Please. Please do.
Millions of years ago, presumably before your time, there was a massive war between Godzilla's kind and our kind within the Hollow Earth. I was the leader of their kind and led them right into war. We were strong for what we were, and would have won if it wasn't for Godzilla himself. He nearly killed off our entire army, and there was a huge portion of them that fled to Skull Island, never to be seen again. I, on the other hand, I was imprisoned here by Godzilla and never was allowed back up to the surface again. I thought everyone else had died, but I guess not.
So wait, it was Godzilla who forced the rest of our kind to retreat to Skull Island and imprisoned you? How could he do such a thing?
Because he's ruthless. He killed my best men right in front of me. He killed our young with the slice of his tail. Those poor juveniles and newborns didn't stand a chance. We were forced to look back and witness him kill everyone one by one. Then he got to me, where he took me here instead of killing me so I could suffer. I used to be one of the biggest members of my species. Now look at me. I'm scrawny, weak. I haven't had food in years, only feeding on the radiation that's down here. See this spine I used as a whip right around my chest? This is from the war bat that used to live here.
Godzilla did all of this.
Yes, he did. He's not the same person he says he is. He is the one responsible for the death of your parents. Sure, the Skullcrawlers killed them, but it was Godzilla who made them retreat to Skull Island. Now look at you. You're best friends with that very same kaiju? That doesn't sound correct at all, does it? It's your destiny, Kong. You are the last descendant of those who died at Godzilla's hands. Help me, and I will help you. Kill him, and win the war that we nearly lost.
He deserves to pay for what he's done. He costed us everything. He is the reason why you're like this, and the reason why I'm like this. If it wasn't for him, my mom and my dad could be alive by now.
Good. Now, what are you going to do with that information?
I'm going up there, and I am going to kill Godzilla.
Grow up there, my minion.
So, if I may ask, what made you decide to go skinnier?
Well, after Gigantis and Darth Pig attacked, I started to agree with people saying that I was fat, so I spent the next few years slimming down.
Sounds about fair.
Kong,
What gives?
you killed my family, you traitor!
Kong? What are you talking about?
It was you that sent my kind to Skull Island. It was you that imprisoned Skar King. It was you that killed his men and his young right in front of him. And I'm going to hang you by the throat of a Rodan's volcano. Ugh. How do you like that, huh? Just a fraction of the pain my family felt.
Kong, get off of him!
Oh, what's this? You want to defend him? How about this, Red?
Duh.
Now, you will pay for what you did to our people.
It's one thing for you to be mad when you're not even seeing the whole picture, but hurting my best friend like that? Oh, you've done it now, monkey.
I've seen the whole picture. I know everything. Scar told me everything I need to know. And now you're going to feel the most pain you've ever felt in your entire life. My arm.
I offered you peace, a new home, a family, and friendship. And this is how you repay us? By turning against us? By an ape you just met?
I would have done all this a long time ago if it wasn't for Space Godzilla. You of all people should have known that how we as a species felt when we were getting slaughtered by the Skullcrawlers to near extinction, and you didn't even bother to help us.
And we're both past that. We literally settled our differences after the matter and became brothers. I wish things were different, Kong, but this is what it is. Stop doing what you're doing and let me explain what actually happened.
You killed my kind. You killed my ancestors and their young. You imprisoned Skar King for millions of years in a pitch-black void. You made the remaining members of my species retreat to Skull Island where they'd later meet their fate at the hands of Skullcrawlers. And you kept it all a secret from me this whole time. What could you possibly do to even justify all of this?
Because I had to. As crazy as it sounds, it's what your ancestors were doing to my kind that forced me to do what I did. Because my species was at the top of the kaiju food chain. They found my people useful in weapons made of their body parts, flesh and radiation used for food and resources, and enslaved us for war against other innocent titans, ones that didn't deserve in the slightest. Skar King was their leader, doing them to do all this. He's a clever manipulator, and he promised those apes great power and domination over the world, both in the Hollow Earth and on the surface. So when I saw what they were doing to my kind, I had no choice but to start killing everyone. And that included their children who were one day going to grow up just like them if I didn't do anything. I imprisoned Skar King to make him suffer for what he did, but I also believed that he could change his ways and use the powers for good in the future. But judging from what happened today, that clearly didn't work.
So that's why I found so much use in the axe I made using Gojira's body parts.
Exactly, but the difference is, you used it for good. You've used it against every enemy we faced since. I really wish I didn't have to kill those other apes, but I had no choice in order to defend myself, my kind, and the world's other kaijus from being breached. I'm so sorry, Kong, and I know that doesn't excuse what I did to your kind, but I at least want you to know why I did it in the first place.
Looks like you finally know the truth.
Skar King? You lied about all of this?
Oh, I didn't lie about anything. I just told you what our kind went through and why he shouldn't be allowed to exist.
But we enslaved his kind. We were going to do it to everyone else.
So, think about it. We could have become the world's most powerful species in the world, but thanks to your big scaly lizard friend, all that has went down the drain.
Speak for yourself, Skar King. This isn't the ancient times anymore. This is the new age, and we aren't going to let some power-hungry being like you just take over the world just for the sake of it, especially not with my friends and family around.
Speak for yourself, chump. Because once my plan for world domination is finished, you're gonna be begging on your hands and knees, all bloodied up and bruised and beaten to near death, right at my throne, wishing you had joined me.
What the? He can teleport?
Wait, you're just figuring this out now?
He was just an ape bloodlusted for power. I didn't think he actually had any special abilities.
You know, Godzilla, if I may ask, when we went down into that Hollow Earth portal, it didn't seem to go very deep, and it just looked more like an underground cave. How much energy was even in there?
It's because it's not a Hollow Earth portal. That is, or was, a time rift.
You've got a lot of explaining to do to us.
Alright, listen up, you two. We have to assemble the other Alpha Titans as soon as possible and make sure everyone is informed about Skar King.
Right, and we have to get all the help we can get.
Oh, also, Red and Godzilla, I apologize for beating you guys down like that earlier, and I don't want to believe a single thing that comes out of that manipulator's mouth anymore.
Thanks for the apology, but we have better business to be taken care of right now.
Alright, what is this emergency meeting you guys desperately needed us with?
Yeah, I need to see my cousin Batra soon. I haven't seen him in ages.
Oh, please, I'm quite honored to offer my services to my fellow Alpha Titans. Try saying that like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we were completely different people. We used our powers of electricity and wings of strength for war. Now they're nothing more than humble tools of peace and quiet.
But yet they still cause mass destruction to cities whenever we fly over them.
Oh, how I wish I could just tear you off and not have to regenerate you back.
Wait, you guys have been together your entire lives and you still can't learn to get along?
Don't blame me. I'm just the one being myself. It's the other heads that pick on me.
And you being yourself is exactly the reason why I hate you so much. Every time we fight someone, you're always the one getting ripped off or blasted away.
Wait, since when did we have another Mechagodzilla? Quick correction there, I'm technically a combination of all 4 previous Mechagodzillas put into one body. Now my AI is 4 times as powerful.
Cool. So does that mean you're like 4 separate beings in a one now?
Not really, that just means I harness all the attributes from the previous Mechagodzillas, from their personalities and characteristics to most notably their weapons, all merged in one. But yet you still look like the Mechagodzilla we faced in 2019. I use Mechagodzilla 3.0's blueprints, and just enhanced with all the parts from the previous Mechagodzillas. After Mechagodzilla 1.0 and 2.0's battery finally died out, GameGodzilla decided to combine all 4 of us together to create me. That's actually really awesome. Just don't go rogue on us, will you?
Anyways, glad you all can make it. We have a serious problem on our hands.
Is it your lack of self-esteem?
Not is now the time for jokes, Rodan. We have a new enemy on our radar, and his name is Skar King.
Ugh, another enemy? I thought we already established peace on the island.
And what exactly about that guy is threatening? He looks like a cross between Lanky Kong from Donkey Kong and King Louie from the Jungle Book.
It's what he can do now that makes him dangerous. He's the one behind the ancient war between my species and Kong's species. He wanted my species for his own benefit, and he began killing and enslaving my kind.
This guy again?
Wait, you were there, Mothra?
Yes, I was aiding Godzilla's species in that war, and I had no idea it was him that caused all of this.
So if it was Skar King who did it, why didn't you kill him when you killed the other apes?
I imprisoned him in a time rift, sealed from the outside world. I thought he could change and use his power and motives for good, but today proved otherwise. Now he absorbed it all, and he used it for himself. He's got abilities that I've never seen any other Titan have in such a long time.
What exactly is a time rift?
A time rift is the realm where energy exists between the surface and the hollow earth. They're like hollow pockets that contain energy that not even us kaiju will absorb, since it drives us absolutely mad. This energy, in a way, is able to manipulate space and time, hence the name, the Time Rift.
So let me get this straight. You imprisoned Skar King in the area where there's literally near unlimited supply of that energy, where he could just easily absorb it and become more powerful than all of us?
I had no idea about the Time Rift energy and its capabilities until centuries later, and now we have a power-hungry orangutan with supernatural abilities on the loose.
Well, great. This is exactly what we needed. Another enemy to face.
Pardon my thought process, but seeing as there's no way we can fight him by ourselves because of his abilities, is there another creature who might stand a chance against him? Well, using my data that I have about every other kaiju we've ever fought, it seems that there's only one other kaiju that has that amount of power.
Reactor glow?
Close, but no. Reactiglow didn't achieve that amount of power until he went with the Time God. The only one who's ever had that amount of power is Gigantis.
Gigantis? Did he absorb the same amount of energy as Skar King did when he was in hibernation at Leaf Hill?
Well, using the data that Terrence detected years ago prior to Gigantis' emergence, and comparing that to the time rift energy that's found near Red and Godzilla's house, don't ask why I was scanning there, they're an exact match. So basically what you're saying is that we need Gigantis to help us bring down Skar King? If we want the best shot at getting this guy dead, yes.
That's easier to say, but harder to do. If you guys remember, it was me who killed Gigantis by stabbing him in the heart through the chest, so I can't really say we can recruit a dead kaiju.
What if we just kill Skar King the way you killed Gigantis?
Wouldn't work. Gigantis obviously didn't use his abilities to the fullest, since Skar King can teleport and they absorb the same amount of energy, same type that is, and Skar King is a smaller target who's much more agile than Gigantis ever would be.
You know, it's kind of hard to be agile when you're 4 times the size of your opponent.
So then what? Gigantis is dead and is arguably the best shot we have at killing Skar King once and for all.
I mean, unless...
Unless what, Godzilla?
Unless we can bring him back from the dead.
Are you kidding me, Godzilla? That's like saying we should bring Destroyer back from the dead. Do you not remember what happened to us when we faced him? I almost got killed, and he took over control over Ghidorah, Rodan, Bomb, and Matilda. And not even counting Biollante.
Destroyer was just plain evil. He wasn't as strong as Gigantis was, even after he gained control of our 5 friends. The hardest part would just be getting Gigantis to simply get him on our side. Someone like Destroyer had to be killed though through the dream world in order to work, and we're not doing that again since we're banished from there.
Alright, so then the question becomes, how do we bring Gigantis back from the dead?
Do you guys think we could clone him?
Not exactly. That would just be another member of his species, since it would be technically like him having his own son.
I mean, I could try collaborating with Game Godzilla to see if we can make some sort of device that brings people back from the dead.
Godzilla, with all due respect, I'm really unsure about this whole plan. Gigantis was one of the worst kaijus that's ever stepped foot onto Bird and Monster Island.
And that's exactly why we need him. Without someone like Gigantis, how are we supposed to kill Skar King?
You do have a point, but if this goes sideways, I'm blaming you for the whole thing.
Better for it to go sideways than completely upside down. Anyways guys, let's go to Game Godzilla Incorporated.
Wait a minute, I thought it was Game Godzilla and Bad Piggies Incorporated, wasn't it?
Game Godzilla took over the company and shut it down after we settled peace, as a way to not make any evildoers take over his lair, and the Bad Piggies have since retired.
Oh, so that explains why I haven't seen Leonard lately. Alright gang, let's go.
Ah, look at me. I am one step closer to retirement, and pretty soon, this entire warehouse will be nothing more than a memory. Come in. Hey, old friends. How's life?
Could be a bit better.
Could be a bit better? How can things be better than they already are? Everyone's at peace with each other.
Not anymore.
What? What do you mean? Did the Godzilla clones turn evil again or something?
No, it's about Skar King.
Skar King? That guy? What about him? He absorbed tons of energy from the time rifts, broke out of there, and now he's turned into an unstoppable force of nature none of us can kill. Oh, come on, Godzilla. I knew that you shouldn't have imprisoned him in there.
Yeah, I know. Instead of focusing on what could have been, let's focus on what is. And right now, Skar King teleported away and is currently on the loose, and we have no idea where he is or how to stop him.
So, I'm guessing that you guys came here to help me track him?
Not exactly. We came here to ask if you can help us bring Gigantis back from the dead in order to help us stop him.
Gigantis? Are you out of your minds? He's going to flatten us to a pulp, make lemonade out of our blood and guts the first thing he does when he sees us.
I had the same exact thought as you did, Game Godzilla, but we have no other choice. Gigantis is the only other monster with that level of power who can stop Skar King, and the entire fate of the world depends on it.
Please, sir, if I may, you said it yourself that you wanted to turn into a hero when the time called for it. And now is your chance. Help us, help the world, and save us all from Skar King, because we don't know when he'll strike again.
You know what? Fine. Only because the fate of the Earth depends on it. And if he starts trying killing us, I'm holding all of you guys accountable. Especially you, Godzilla, for imprisoning him in there to begin with.
Much appreciated, Game Godzilla. Now, let's get to work.
Just out of curiosity, how long do you guys think it'll take to make? Hard to say. I've made teleportation machines, death rays, mechanical robots, organic clones, giant rockets, but never something that brings people back from the dead. So hopefully we can pull this off.
You know what? I'll tell you guys this. Meet us back here in 12 hours. If by then we have nothing, then it's a no-go.
Wow, then that would be absurdly quick. How else do you think I've come up with my evil plans so quickly? You know what? Fair enough. Man, I cannot wait to go to New York and celebrate my 31st anniversary as a film legend. Who are you supposed to be?
Your worst nightmare come to life.
My worst nightmare come to life? Please, buddy, you don't even know who I am.
Let me guess, some reptilian runt?
I am a warrior, unlike anything the world has ever seen. My name is Zilla, and I am crowned Emperor of the Monsters.
Really? Zilla? Emperor of the Monsters? That just sounds like a bootleg Godzilla.
And what are you supposed to be? Another giant monkey? Kong looked more threatening than you'll ever be. Plus, I've got things that Godzilla would never be able to have.
That's exactly what a bootleg would say.
Ah! Ah! Seriously, how did you not bleed from my bite attack?
Not so much of a giant monkey now, am I?
I'll make sure you stay a monkey. What the? You completely blocked that. What is this? Some sort of trickery?
Now you're finally catching on.
Well, ooh, that was a good hit. We're gonna have to do better than that. Ah!
My ankle.
You bit off more than you could chew.
Uncle, have mercy.
Actually, I've got a different plan for you.
What? You're sparing me?
Go. Go tell them about me. Go tell them about what you just witnessed. Tell Red, Godzilla, and Kong and all the others what you just experienced and to bow down to me, as I'm the new king of monsters, and while we're at it, the emperor of the monsters.
Yes. Yes, sir. My ankle.
That'll show him. Good workout, though. But it won't be as fun as destroying all those pathetic cities.
It's been almost 12 hours. Do you guys think they have something done by now?
Hard to say, but I think we should take a look now.
They've gotta have something.
Hey guys, so glad you're here.
May
What do
I?
you have for us?
I was about to say, may I introduce the.
Come on, show us already.
Then let me speak.
Go on.
Good. Now, may I present the. Hurry up already!
The Reviver!
Wow, is it that hard to speak?
Yes, this here's the Reviver. We took the machine we built to travel to the dream world and modified it so it would bring people back from the dead.
How do we know if it works?
That's the thing. We don't. That's why we're testing it on an old friend of ours.
I wonder who it'll be.
Bring me Gigan!
Hey guys!
Wait, Gigan? Is that you?
Yes, and it sure is. I am super excited to once again be partaking in this adventure with you guys once more.
What the? What was that for?
Gigan was a prototype clone of Gigan. After we found out we could clone organic beings, we tried cloning Gigan, and Gigan was made. But he died one day because he was genetically inferior to the original. Those clones don't last.
Then how did my clone survive for all that time?
Because they have regenerative abilities. Gigan doesn't. Those clones can heal themselves at any given time.
That sounds fair enough. But it worked. We now have a machine that can bring people back from the dead. In fact, I'll call the others now.
We heard the news.
Are we going to revive Gigantis now?
I guess so, but we have no choice at this point.
Alright, everyone stand back and stay alert in case anything goes wrong. Mechagodzilla's going to activate the machine now. Bring me Gigantis!
Wow, he is a lot bigger than I remember him being.
Gigantis? You okay?
What? You got again?
Wait, Gigantis, let us explain.
You guys killed me and brought me back. Wait, what year is it even?
It's 2029, 5 years after your rampage.
5 years. I've been dead for 5 years, and you guys just casually decide to bring me back.
Gigantis, listen to us. We're not here to fight you. We have to explain.
Godzilla, king of the monsters. Oh, how I missed you. Only because I missed having the opportunity to beat you senseless and mercilessly into the ground.
Gigantis, stop. We're not trying to fight you. We need to talk to you.
As crazy as it sounds, we need your help.
Really? You guys killed me, leave me dead for 5 straight years, and revive me and expect me to help you? It doesn't work like that. You!
Who? Us?
Yeah, I remember you. It was you guys who stabbed me in my heart and killed me.
Yes, it was us. Now, will you please listen to my friends?
Look, Gigantis, we have a major problem on our hands. An evil kaiju named Skar King absorbed the Time Rift energy. The same energy you absorbed back in Leaf Hill. And now he's on the loose, and you're the only one who can stop him.
Another kaiju with my powers and as tough as me. I have to see it to believe it.
My ankle. Help me.
Zilla, are you okay?
What happened to you, man?
It's Skar King. I was going to New York to celebrate the 31st anniversary for my film, but he was there. He was there to stop me.
on the other side of the island. So we fought, but he nearly killed me. He spared me to warn you guys and tell you guys to bow down before it's too late. If you guys have any amount of sanity left, you guys just bow to him. He's too strong for any of us. No need to bow down to him when we literally have Gigantis here.
Pitiful! I never let victims escape.
Well, wait. If he's going to New York, then we have to follow him before he destroys the city.
I tried my best to stop him. I'm sorry I failed you guys. I'm such a disappointment.
No, Zilla. You didn't let anyone down. You faced off against what was the strongest monster of all time, and no one's going to take that away from you.
Thank you, guys, so much. Now, can one of you guys bring me to the hospital? We fought and he punched my face and I think I have a concussion now. And he also broke my ankle after I tried to tail whip him. I'm in so much pain.
Game Godzilla, send him to the hospital. We have to go find him.
On it. Come on, old friend. You're coming with me. Well, that's his first victim. But even then, he spared him. So who knows how much more casualties he'll inflict. We have to find Skar King at once.
So, what will it be, Gigantis?
Fine, I'll do it. But I'll only do this because I don't want another superpowered being taking my spot as king around. I could care less about you, your friends, your family, or the world at large. We're not friends. This is a temporary alliance. Do not push it.
Thank you, Gigantis. You won't regret this.
Speak for yourself. I'm already starting to regret this. Now, you three-headed Hydra, lead the way.
Kong? You coming?
Yeah, I am.
Come on, bud. We have to go find Skar King.
I know, but the machine.
What about it?
Well, if it can bring people back from the dead, don't you think we could?
Bring your parents back from the dead?
Yeah.
Listen, Kong. I know losing your parents at such a young age was such a traumatic event for you, but they're gone. What will you gain out of seeing them now? They don't know the world we live in now. It's changed drastically. Instead of bringing back stuff from the past, are you gonna help us save our future?
You know what? Yeah. I think I will. Thank you for the reassurance.
Alright, good. Now come along. New York's a long way away from here, especially if we use the Hollow Earth portals.
Maybe one day, Mom and Dad.
So, how do we get to New York that quickly?
Simple. We use the Hollow Earth.
I would just say swim there, but New York is far for me to swim. Unless one of you lizards can give me a ride on your back.
Not carrying a giant monkey on my back while I swim, unless the time called for it.
No way, Jose, am I even gonna think about flying you.
Why not Rodan? He flew me up to his volcano the last time we were searching for Red and Godzilla.
That was only because my volcano was local to us and you needed help getting up it. I'm not carrying you all the way around the world.
Whatever, you big KFC meal. Where's the nearest Hollow Earth portal anyway?
Right there. The one we used for Titanus.
Wow, it is steeper than I remember.
Alright, in after you, Kong.
What was that for?
If he's gonna be my brother, then he might as well be my brother.
Oh wow, I remember this place. I barely remember what it looked like.
So much space down here. When was the last time you guys were even down here?
During the Great War between your kind and Godzilla's kind.
Oh, that makes sense. Wait, you were in the war? What were you down here for? You're a space monster, for crying out loud.
During our evil days, I was just here because I was, well, needing something to do. And so I thought killing Godzilla's kind and Kong's kind was just a good way to pass the time, I guess.
Oh, so you were just that bored to the point where you had to kill my kind and Godzilla's kind? Huh, no wonder he was your adversary for a while.
This place really brings back some memories. And some good ones at that.
What do you mean by that?
I remember meeting everyone, including you and some around. Oh, what fun times they were. If you guys aren't careful, I would hesitate to favor some nostalgia.
How about you stop making those blatant threats for 5 minutes? We both know who would come out on top.
Are you testing me?
Alright, then let me ask you this. If you think you're so tough, then explain why even after you spent millions of years absorbing the Time Rift energy in Leaf Hill, you still lost to us and failed to kill anyone. Exactly. So, unless you want to hold a big grudge against people who won against you fair and square, I suggest you get your big behind and start showing a little more respect to us. We could have killed you again by now if we wanted to.
He is right. It was us who struck the final blow, so start showing us a bit more compassion.
Fine, whatever. It's not like I'm doing this for you guys anyway.
So, now that we're down here, how do we know which portal takes us to which location on the surface?
That one's to Mexico, that one's to Australia, and that one's to Antarctica.
What about this one, Godzilla?
Yep, this one takes us to New York. Everyone follow me.
Wow, so this is New York City? Huh, was a lot different compared to how I remember it being.
Better question is, where's Skar King supposed to be? He's supposed to be here right now.
That's what I'd like to know too.
I'm right here, chumps. So, I see you brought more of your cronies. Are you really that desperate to recruit more kaijus just to stop me? Besides, you're too late to stop me. Look at this city. It's soon going to become nothing but rubble once I'm done with it.
We'll stop at nothing to defeat you, Skar King. It's 6-1. Plus, we have a robot version of me. You're finished.
So, 6 regular people and a robot? That's your team? Please, Godzilla. I know you could have done better than that. Face it, though. No matter how much people you bring with you, you can't beat me.
We might not be able to defeat you on our own, but he can.
This is who you guys are up against. This guy looks like a complete joke. I'm sorry, I look like a complete joke? You don't even look threatening. You look like a red inverted anus. What did you just say to me, ape?
Guys, I think we should back up from this.
Says the one who looks like a red candy cane. Christmas isn't even up until the end of the year, buddy. That's a lot of nerve coming from someone who looked at the sun too long. Look at how red your eyes are. Oh, you little twerp. Go ahead, big guy. Do something. What are you gonna do? Sit on me? Nice try, pal. Alright, impressive. I felt that. You better start counting the last seconds from here on out, because I'll make sure that they're the most painful seconds of your entire life. Think again. Torque, punch me in the eye!
Guys, Gigantis is struggling against Skar King. We have to do something. Ghidorah, go up there and get Skar King off of Gigantis.
On it! Everyone, all together now!
No! I'll admit, it gave me quite the workout again. But you have some interesting powers. I sense them. It's the same type of energy I absorbed, isn't it? It literally doesn't matter. I like your spirits. You almost make me want to spare you, if you didn't side with those monstrosities. But to your credit, you're not as weak as I initially thought you would be. Interesting.
What the? He just teleported away. Again. What's with him and teleporting away after a fight like that?
He has to be doing that for some reason. I've never seen an opponent do that.
We'll worry about that later. Is everyone okay?
I'm okay. Me too.
Me three.
Unfortunately.
I've seen better days, but I'm okay.
Wait a sec, you're a robot. How are you feeling pain?
I have a pain sensor built in to mimic real pain. I wish I didn't have it, but I do. Guys, I don't want to be that guy, but we have to find Skar King. We don't know where he went. He could be all the way across the world by now.
Indeed. Come on, guys, let's go. Hey, Gigantis, you put up a pretty good fight against him like that earlier.
Oh, whatever, Godzilla. Stop trying to butter me up so I can stay on your good side.
No, I seriously mean it. Skar King can't be stopped through just us. You're the only one who's managed to hurt him so far.
You know what? Thanks, I guess.
Hey, hon, have you heard from Red or Godzilla lately?
Nope, I have no idea where they are.
To be just about honest, I didn't even realize they were gone until you mentioned it.
Do you ever realize anything?
Shut your mouth, dingaling.
Godzilla, can you go check up on Red and Godzilla at their house? See if they're there?
Alright, whatever. Ugh, I can't believe I have to be the one to check on my own brother and his friend. I do hope they're okay, though. Who are you?
Adios.
Where am I?
I see you're finally awake, Godzilla.
What? Who are you, and what do you want from me?
You know exactly who I am. But in case your two brains can't put two and two together, allow me to remind you. I'm the one that started the Great War between my species and your species in the Hollow Earth all those years ago. And I remember your face quite clearly on the battlefield.
Skar King? How? I thought Godzilla imprisoned you, or you might have died by now.
Well, no, my friend. In fact, quite the opposite occurred. In fact, I've never felt so alive. Especially after today, what happened in New York. Let me just say, your old friends, well, tried their best to stop me. But they failed. And in other news, this is exactly where I was imprisoned. Godzilla kept me here in the Time Rift, hidden away from the outside world. But I absorbed it, and now I have the energy of an entire universe.
Okay, but that doesn't explain why you need me. I did nothing to you.
Indeed, my friend. In fact, I perfectly agree with you. You didn't do anything to me. one of the few Gojira specimens to ever be completely innocent from me.
But you still knocked me out. You're keeping me hostage here. For why? The war's over. We won years ago. Just accept it.
You see, Godzilla, the reason I started that feud between our kinds is because I saw some potential in you guys. Skin, bones, spines, meat, radiation. These stuff could have benefited us to become the Earth's most dominant species, but unfortunately, Godzilla nearly killed all my troops and trapped me. I thought this was a lost cause. But after I met Kong, I realized that this war is far from over, and that your brother needed to be put in his place once and for all. So now I'm showing him what I'm really made of. I'm going to make an example out of you.
Ah, what are you doing to me?
For what it's worth, I am sorry, Godzilla. But at the same time, I think your brother, Kong, and his little angry bird friend too, will understand why this came. Alright, now, time to do the dirty work.
Yeah. Huh? What the? The hospital? What am I doing at the hospital?
Oh, I see you're finally awake, Zilla.
Shin? What happened to me?
That's what I'd like to know too. Game Godzilla came into the hospital with you in his arms, frantically trying to tell us what happened, but he passed out. He's in the room next to us at the moment.
Wait, I remember now.
Go ahead, spill the beans.
It's Skar King. He returned, and he tried to kill me. I fought as hard as I could, but he was too powerful. He nearly killed me, but spared me to go tell Red, Godzilla, and Kong that he was on his way for world domination, and he would kill them if he didn't submit.
Skar King? On the loose? I gotta go tell Chuck about this as soon as possible.
Will I be okay, though? I suffered some pretty serious injuries in that fight.
Yeah, I was running some tests on you, and you have a broken ankle and a mildly cracked skull. You should be fine within a week if your regeneration holds up according to plan.
Thanks for helping me, Shin Godzilla. Wait a minute. How much do I have to pay?
Oh, Bourbon Monster Island now has free healthcare. Ever since Mineral Island started that partnership of free healthcare with the mainland, all surrounding islands, including them, us, and Ellen Island, have free healthcare funded by the mainland, so you don't have to pay us a dime.
But I still have to pay the price of having to carry you around with me as I go.
Tail, what did I say about bugging me at work? Just talk to the other organisms.
Hi, fine. But these other organisms aren't fun at all. They're boring.
Wait a sec. Other organisms? You have other organisms in your body?
Yeah, over the past 5 years, we began developing more minds, which usually became their own people, and they still live inside my body. Well, Tail's side of the body more specifically.
That is really creepy. Have you ever considered removing Tail from your body?
As tempting as that is, it's like cutting your nails. It'll just go back to the way it was.
Fair.
Big Godzilla's fully recovered and ready to be dispensed from the hospital now. Sounds good. Have him dispensed from the hospital now. Tell him Godzilla will be following soon.
Hey, wait. Do we know where Skar King is now?
Not that I know of. Go check with Red Godzilla and Kong. They're on the hunt for him from what I hear.
Thank you, Shin. Come on, Zilla. We've got some Skar King to catch.
Great, we lost Skar King yet again, and he's probably destroying another city right about now.
Don't feel beat yet. We still have hope.
You know, I'm starting to realize a pattern with him.
What do you mean?
Every time we find him, we fight for a little bit, and he teleports away. It's almost like he's studying us.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, monkey. He's obviously a coward. Without those powers, he's completely useless on his own.
Nice compliments, buddy.
Skar King? Come on, Gigantis nearly killed you and you decide to chicken out on him. Accept your fate already.
And why would I be interested in being some desperate fool like you guys are? But speaking of death, I've got a little gift for you, Godzilla.
Unless it's your head on a pike, I literally don't even care.
Oh, it's not that to your disappointment, but it is something you're going to be very interested in.
My battle axe? How? It's right here in my hand.
It's not your battle axe, Kong, but it is made from one of Godzilla's family members. Have a look for yourself, you big scaly lizard. Does it look familiar to you, Godzilla? A femur who has a handle, a dorsal spine as the axe blade, and the skin of one of your family members wrapped around it to hold it together.
No. You're bluffing. It can't be.
But it is, my friend. It's as real as it can be. In the flesh. Literally.
Godzilla? Whose body parts are those?
They're my brothers. Godzilla.
Bingo! Right on the dollar. I'll give him this. He surely didn't put up as much of a fight as I thought he would.
Where is he, you loose orangutan?
Right there. That's all what remains of him. I skinned him alive, ripped out a piece from his skin from his body, and tore out his femur and a back spine while he was still alive. He felt everything. Then I finished him off with his own body parts, then ate a majority of his skin to make me more powerful. Who knew a more modern Godzilla tasted so delicious? And if you guys keep going down this route, I'll have to do it to you too.
You murderer! You sick, maniacal freak! You killed my brother and taunt me with his body parts in my face!
It's like you don't even know who I am. In case you haven't realized yet, my name is the Skar King. I leave scars for my victims, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And you, Godzilla, were just my latest victim. And go ahead, keep the axe. Kong over there would probably love to dual wield. Catch you later, chumps.
Godzilla, are you okay?
Physically, a little sore, but
Godzilla, I am so sorry for what happened to your brother.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, I might be able to still bring him back using my powers.
no. That doesn't work if it's like this. It only works if the body is still at least mostly put together. Skar King skinned him alive and ate most of his body parts. This is all that's left. Godzilla's dead and it's all my fault. If I had just killed Skar King when the time called for it, none of this would have ever happened. I'm so sorry, my brother.
Hey, hun, it's almost been a day. Do you know where Godzilla is?
Honestly, I have no idea. Huh, that must be Godzilla right now. Son?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Hey, boys. Nice of you to drop by.
Have you seen your brother Godzilla? We sent him out to go find you guys, and he's been missing for almost the entire day now.
Yeah, we do. He's right here.
Kong's battle axe? I don't understand. This was made from Gojira's body parts, wasn't it?
That's not Grandpa's. That's Godzilla's body parts made into an axe.
You're joking, right? This is some sort of sick prank? That's why you guys were gone and now you're back? And you have a decoy axe? That's what's going on, right?
I wish it was, sir, but we're not lying. Godzilla was killed and his body parts were used to make that axe.
Who? Who did this to him? Who killed Godzilla? Skar King, the one who started the Great War between our species. He broke out of his prison in the Time Rift and started wreaking havoc on the world. From the looks of it, he killed Godzilla while he was out looking for us. Skar King? Son, I thought you killed him, not imprisoned him.
Dad, I didn't want to kill him. I thought he could change. He had a lot of dedication, so I wanted him to use his mentality for good.
Well, it obviously didn't work out, did it? Look what happened. Your brother's dead because Skar King, the one who you should have killed, is now alive. Let alone imprisoned in an energy-filled place because of you.
Dad, please let me fix this.
How are you going to? How? How are you going to fix this? Your brother's dead, and he's probably taken the lives of others by now. Get out of here. I knew I should have given your title as King of the Monsters to Shin. At least he's done more for the people of this island than you ever have.
Well, you know what, Dad? Who saved the world from Game Godzilla and other countless villains several times? Who stopped world-ending events, saved our future, and went to space just to protect our people? Me. Didn't see you there for a majority of our adventures, did I? After everything I did, I deserve more credit. You guys wouldn't have lasted this long if it wasn't for me and my friends. Screw off. I'm out of here. Call me when it's Godzilla's funeral.
You guys should really go after him.
Yeah, come on, guys, let's go.
What is wrong with you, Manila? What? I spoke the truth. Your truth. Godzilla's done more for the world than you ever have. Our little boy is dead. Your first instinct is to put the blame onto Godzilla rather than that giant psychopathic monkey who skinned him to death. If Godzilla had killed him during the Great War, none of this would have happened. No one could have predicted it. Besides, not killing Game Godzilla proved to be useful, since he would later change, right? After he sold his company. Just like how Godzilla wanted Skar King. He wouldn't have known that all of this would have happened. You aren't being helpful at all right now. Godzilla's dead, a psychopath is on the loose, and you just broke our own son's heart over this. We're supposed to be a family, dealing with loss and fighting together. Now look what you did. Breaking our family apart. You betrayed him. And I think you may have just betrayed me too. Maybe she's right. What's wrong with me?
Godzilla? Go away, guys. You heard my father loud and clear. I'm just a disappointment.
A disappointment? What are you talking about, Godzilla? That's the least thing you are.
Look at Skar King. If only I had not imprisoned him, he wouldn't be doing all of this, and maybe Godzilla would still be alive.
Yeah, you really screwed up this time, didn't you, G?
Quiet, you giant ketchup stain. You're not helping.
Godzilla, you forget to realize how much you've done for all of us. You befriended me when I was the smallest, loneliest person in high school. You befriended your arch rivals, have a beautiful wife and amazing son who's now best friends with mine. You have your own team of kaiju with Rodan and Angrier, and somehow Gigantis made it onto our side. For now, at least.
I was once manipulated by Space Godzilla and years of being overshadowed by who was, at one point, my biggest competitor in the cinema space. Now I'm one of his greatest allies, and all of this would have never happened without you. Godzilla might be dead, but we can still avenge him. We can still take down Skar King once and for all. Just because he's got powers and we don't, doesn't mean that we can't stop him.
Godzilla, I fell in love with you because of your mentality and strength were unlike anything I've ever seen before. Please understand, Godzilla, that you've done more for us than the world than what your dad has given you credit for. Please think about that over.
You know what? Thanks, you guys. I might not get everyone's approval, but I'm still king of the monsters. And I'll defend that title with my life until my last breath. So come on, gang. Let's finish what we started. We're taking down Skar King if that's the last thing we do.
What do you mean Stell's trying to get that bubble stand going? We told her that bubbles are illegal, as they can get soap in people's eyes.
I'm not sure, but I'll go get Bubbles to investigate it.
That's what I like to hear, mate. Now go! Hey, Mayor Chuck. You have Shin Godzilla from the BAM Hospital here to see you. Oh, it's one of Godzilla's mates. Well, bring him in.
Hey, Chuck. Long time no see.
Good to see you, old friend. Anywho, what brings you down to the office?
Well, I'm not sure if you caught wind of this, but Skar King is on the loose.
Wait, mate. Who's on the loose?
Skar King? The one behind the Great War?
Sorry, mate. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, I guess you don't know much about him. Well, he was the leader of the great apes in the Hollow Earth and led them to war against our kind. Godzilla won, but imprisoned Skar King in the Time Rifts. Years later, he absorbed all that energy and is currently on the loose.
Well, mate, I have no idea what you just said, but how dangerous is this guy?
Oh, he is horrifyingly dangerous.
Terrence, you know about him?
Yes, as I stated before, I studied the time energy that's in Leaf Hill. Leaf Hill was only a mere gateway to the time rifts. Gigantis absorbed that place clean dry, and judging from the sound of it, it seems Skar King did the same, just with his.
Well, mate, if we're comparing this mate to, well, you know, Gigantis of all people, looks like we got an A-class threat.
Wait a minute. A-class threat? How do you rank them?
Simple, mate. We got C-class, which is just as simple as the rainstorm. We have B-class, which is a tornado, and an A-class, which is a kaiju attack.
Wait a minute. Rain? That's such a stupid ranking system. When would that ever be a problem for you guys? Birds are known to enjoy the rain. On occasion.
They wipe away all the bird seeds that people leave on the ground. So, we consider it public enemy number 1.
Honestly, don't question it. He's making up dumb laws like this all the time. It amazes me that he was elected mayor of the island after Red.
And it still amazes me that you somehow still work here.
It's in our contract, Olaf the Banana Bird. Besides, what do you now reckon about the situation with Skar King?
Mates, I advise we send our best military forces at disposal to do the job. Skar King must be eliminated at all costs.
Wait, you guys have a military? I'm a doctor officially recognized by and works for the government. How do I not know any of this? It's because we officially don't have our own military unit. We just have a special group that's called a military, but we still have yet to actually get any sort of funding for the mainland to actually call it any sort of military.
Say hello to the best military team the world has ever seen.
You guys still do this? It's 2029. No one flings themselves out of slingshots anymore.
Hi, Mayor Chuck. Oh, hey, Dr. Shin.
I haven't seen you in a little while.
Good to see you again, Blue? Jim? Jade? Jake? Which one am I talking to, and where's the other two?
Oh, you're talking to all three of them.
Oh, wait, there doesn't make any sense. There's supposed to be 3 of you, and now there's only 1 of you, but still 3 of you?
I'm all three of us just split into 3, but now in all 1. That's how we're able to split apart. But in order to keep us a much better status within the Amber's team, we decided to merge ourselves into 1.
Yeah, mate, we have this whole ranking system now. Ever since Little Red inherited the team from Red since he retired, Little Red would decide to implement this ranking system for us. And especially for train getting stronger and stronger, we get higher rankings within the group.
Not gonna lie, that sounds completely stupid. Not even Red would have ever done anything like that.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good way to talk about your nephew, does it?
Little Red, wow, forget what I said, please and thank you, but it's been forever since I last seen you. Is this what you've been up to all these years? Look how much you've grown. You look like a spitting image of your father.
Yep, I've been training the whole crew like this, especially for an event like this. Terrence told me everything about Skar King, and it sounds like you guys need some serious big-time help. Speaking of which, let's round them all up. Attention, please!
We've been tasked by Mayor Chuck himself to take care on the looming threat that is Skar King. Skar King is not just your average Titan. He's got superpowers, unlike the world has ever seen since 2024.
2024? That was the year Gigantis attacked us!
Correct. And in order for us to defeat him, we're going to have to fight back with the powers that we've got. Matilda, grenade eggs, bomb, self-destruction, Hal, boomerang spin, Chuck, super speed, Blue, cloning, Terrence, and myself, the commander. We are the Angry Birds relaunched.
I see what you did there. Now, come on, we have to go. Last time I saw them was about Game Godzilla HQ. That's where Red, Godzilla, and Kong all went to find Skar King and take him down.
Then come on, mates. We've got no time to lose.
What do I say to him? I have no idea how to approach my own son after breaking his heart. Maybe if I be genuine first. I feel like that'll be nice.
You looking for me?
Whoa, Godzilla. How long have you been standing there for?
Long enough to hear everything that's coming out of that flapping mouth of yours.
Well, then I guess it should come across as no surprise why I'm acting like this.
Dad, look. What you said to me really hurt. And I get it. I'm not a perfect person. I'm still gonna make mistakes, and this just so happened to be my biggest one yet. And you coming after me, and me only, when it was Skar King who killed Godzilla, was the thing that hurt me most.
Godzilla, in all truth, I love my boys all equally. I want to love you guys, just like my older brother didn't really love me. Phileas, you know his story. So hearing Godzilla was dead just sparked something inside of me I didn't even know where it came from. And I was upset and wanted a place to vent my anger and frustration, and I went to the wrong place by projecting my anger off to you. And as a result, I said some very nasty and untrue things about you. And what I'm saying isn't an excuse. It's literally what happened, and I should have known better. And I'm sorry I didn't think about what I was going to say, and I'm sorry about everything. You're a spitting image of me, your own father, especially given the fact that I should have treated you, especially when we've just gone through our own tragedy. I don't want to lose another son, and I think I may have just lost him with my own actions. Again, even though I don't deserve it, I hope you can at least find it in your heart to forgive your old man. You deserved better from me, and I'm still sorry about that, Godzilla.
I'm still hurt. Give it time. You still messed up. But I'm not gonna live my entire life holding a grudge against someone like you. I appreciate your apology, and I hope your will to change and do better will remain. Even as someone as old as you can still change and grow from your mistakes.
Thank you, son, for at least supporting my apology. But what do we do about him?
We'll set up a memorial for him, and we should probably call the rest of the family over. Godzilla would have loved this. The whole family being together again.
Now, what was that about family?
Little Red? Huh, I can't believe it's you. I haven't seen you in a little while. How have you been?
I'm not that little anymore. Huh. Hate that name.
Well then I suggest you take that up with your dad.
Hey Godzilla, me, Kong, and the rest of the crew were planning our next line of attack and... Wait, Dad? Son! Oh, it's been far too long, Dad.
It sure has. How have things been with the team?
Oh my, hey Red, your boy's been doing a pretty good job at keeping the team in check.
I beg to differ.
Well, that all sounds great, but, we could really use your guys' help.
Yeah, there's this giant superpowered orangutan on the loose, and it may have been my fault, but we're trying to kill him.
Skar King? Oh yeah, we already know about him. We've already been briefed.
I was told about the whole thing when Zilla and Game Godzilla were in the hospital and told us about everything.
Good that you guys are up to speed. Not Chuck speed anyways, but we need all the help we can get in order to take him down.
We have an insane plan for attack, but it'll require numbers. Like, big numbers.
Well, I can't believe I'm actually about to suggest this, but I think I know who can help us.
Literally anybody. Name them. We gotta have as much help as we can get.
I can't believe I have to say this, but Shimo.
Wait a sec. Shimo? Are you sure?
Yes, and it might be our only choice.